Hello everyone, this is Tyler Leonard Dace, and welcome to I can't really say a brand new series. This is actually a complete and total redo of a previous series, called Not So Secret Saturdays. It is a mod for Minecraft version 1.1 alpha 1.1. So 2 underscore something 01 or something like that. So here's the title screen. I am actually doing a brand new fresh world, and I will be explaining what happened, why this is going to be the new official season 1, and the old season 1 will officially be season 0. So I'll be going over all the details, sort of, as much as I can and will. So yeah. Now I actually did generate a world here and I deleted it because I wanted to generate a brand new world I have never seen before and just completely hop in brand spanking new. This retro world, actually, you know what? I'm just going to show you in World Gen. So, yeah, we just clicked on that. Enter the name of your world. We're going to name this Let's Play. Remember the S tire. My goodness. Can you believe this guy? Anyways, so we're gonna call it Let's Play. Don't know why I did that again. So there's actually multiple world types. We have world type normal, floating, corruption, desert, old-timey, normal. So the one I had done was... So the one for retro was actually called Old Timey. I believe it was actually called retro in a previous version of Not So Secret Saturday. But we're just going to do a normal world type gen. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do at some point, like some kind of either like a Let's Play or maybe a 100 days formatted video where I'm doing like the different world types here, like floating, corruption, desert. Or even old-timey. I don't mind doing another old-timey world. Those are interesting because it bases its world gen off of the in-dev world generation, the classic style. That's why it's called old-timey. So we're going to stick to cyclical seasons, but I can do straight winter, straight summer. But we're going to do cycles. And whether seasonal, clear, precipitating. Let's make it seasonal. Yeah, why not? Everything. We're just going to do a box standard Let's Play world. So no, or box standard Not So Secret Saturday world as intended. No tricks. Just old-fashioned Minecraft. So we're just going to get started right in here. And we spawn on a beautiful beach. Oh, I love it. I'm going to right away mark this location. And the reason for that is because, actually, you know what? Let's do the reverse of this. I eventually want to go ahead and like have a way to access the spawn. So this is actually a great opportunity to... Okay, I'm seeing some caves. I like it. I see a place I want to build a base on right off the bat. I love it. All right. And then there's a desert there. We can grab cactus. There's some clay I can see. Oh, yeah, I can't. I don't know what I was expecting to happen there. Anyways, so we're going to get chopping here. First things first, though, I need to double check, make sure I'm on hard. Yes. And the reason that's important is because that turns off sprinting. So in Not So Secret Saturday, there is actually sprinting available. And you will see that the heart meter or the health meter will actually also double as your sprint meter. And you will get a glimpse of that when I eat food. It'll actually slowly generate. It doesn't start with the full bright glistening heart. I don't know. Glistening hearts? Is that really the way to put it? I don't know. So, I'm going to explain real quick why it is... Yeah, I'm going to explain real quick why the world I was playing on is... Basically, I'm explaining why I'm doing a brand new Season 1. Basically, what happened is the world I was... Oh my gosh, it's an actual floating island. Oh, that's cool. The world I was playing on got deleted. That's the short answer. And it was by me. There was no hacks, no nothing. I'm running on a Linux distro called Commodore OS Vision. And, you know, they say Linux is more stable. It's more safe, generally speaking. Obviously, I feel like if you're doing something a bit on the foolish side, you're still going to run the risk of, you know, digital attacks, but that's besides the point. No, the main the thing, though, that, and this is what happened, is there was a patch file for the mod, right? And, which is fine. In fact, it was fantastic because the patch made it so that... Is that iron? Oh my gosh, and this cave goes deeper. Awesome. It made it so that spring, the last season you encounter in the game, by the way, and if you watch the old Season 0 episodes, like starting at 3 or 4 or 5, I forget which exactly, basically you'll see it. The spring days were unintentionally short. And by short, I mean like short where they were shorter than winter days. And it was very confusing when I saw that. And I'm like, I didn't think anything of it at the time, right? Because the seasonal changes were new, and I kind of assumed, oh, maybe that's just how they intended it to be played. No. Wait, well, that whole thing is a floating island. Oh, speaking of. Yes. Okay, technically the pig didn't have anything to do with the floating island. But yeah, so, and I did put out a poll, and that helped me to make a decision on how to go forward. That's why, see, the old Season 1 is now a Season 0, and I am doing a brand new Season 1 instead of tacking on a brand new world in an old season. So thank you to those who participated in that poll. You can see that now, see? What I was talking about, the sprinting. But yeah, again, thank you to those who participated and, you know, had something to say about, you know, that was awesome. And it's not like I couldn't make a decision. I kind of had a feeling for what I wanted to do, but I did want to, you know, involve you guys. So thank you for being involved. Anyways, another thing I'm going to do to get you guys involved is we're going to start a discussion. And since it's a brand new world, I'm actually going to ask, is there, like, what are your guys', like, if you play Minecraft, what are your guys' favorite, maybe not favorite, what are some rituals that you guys will do on a brand new world in Minecraft? Doesn't matter which version. Oh, there's the other entrance. Oh, that's cool. Doesn't matter the version. All that matters is, you know, it's a version of Minecraft, obviously. And, you know, what are things you like to do when you first start on a new world? Do you like to, you know, punch trees? I mean, everyone punches trees. But, like, and maybe let's be more specifically, besides punching trees. I know everyone punches trees. I say all that, and I'm sure someone's still gonna say punching trees is their favorite New World ritual, which, okay, fair enough, right? Sometimes you just start a new world to get your anger out on the trees. Even though they did absolutely nothing wrong, you know, the trees aren't people. They're not gonna, you're not hurting the environment in the world, in our world sense, but I guess you are hurting a digital environment? Question mark? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, enough of that rambling. What did I say? Anywho. So we're gonna get some early resources. Obviously I wanted to get more wood. There was a tree right near here, wasn't there? I didn't grab that yet, did I? No, I did not. So we're gonna grab that tree. I grabbed wool from the sheep, but technically speaking, I can't make beds in this version. I mean, there weren't any beds in alpha, to be fair, until alpha 1.2. I think if I'm remembering my game version history, which is hit or miss, I more so rediscovered alpha a year or two ago because I actually remember playing on a version of alpha, and I remember this distinctly because where was I going with this? Oh, right. I remember having to take a hoe to the grass so I could get seeds for wheat. Now, obviously, if you're a more modern Minecraft player, you're like, huh? Yeah, you had to do that. If it wasn't obvious already, there's no tall grass. There is no way. I can hear zombies. Oh, that's another thing I have to remember. I need to make sure music's off. I can hear zombies, but I'm not sure where. I grabbed all this coal. Sorry. New world. Oh, and I'm trying to chat at the same time. Actually, hold on. There might be a cave, but no, it's down here. I think there's a dungeon, guys. I think there's a zombie dungeon right here. But I'm not positive, and I'm not 100% sure where it is. I'm going to dig out this coal, and then we're going to look for it. If there is one, that's pretty cool. If it's just a cave, that's also cool. Both are kind of desirable at this point. Because otherwise, I'm just going to go strip mining. And we all know how much fun strip mining is. Actually, one thing about this, so I want to show this off too. I'm also playing without commands in my retro world. I want to show this off. F3. Oh yeah, there's the level seed for those who want to play along. But yeah, this is all you get. You do not get... Oh. Well, we found it, guys. It's a cave. It's just a cave, guys. Just a cave. Which is good. We need the cave. I think what we're going to do is... we're just going to really... it's going to be a janky setup because we're starting to burn the new world and I don't care right now. Anyway, I'm trying to blitz through some stuff. I'm also actually just gonna top off my hunger bar real quick. grab a couple more torches, and then this should give you a clue to as to what I'm going for here. Iron pick, good. You're a good being good boy. Thank you for being patient. Yeah. Don't you love your fellow neighborhood zombies? They're so quiet, so nice. You know, you gotta love the neighbors. You know, they're very friendly. They mind their own business. They, you know, keep out of your social bubble. You know, they're being very nice, and you know, they take constructive criticism very well. You know, I gotta hand it to this neighborhood. They're very nice people. Right. Anyways. Awesome, some flint. I can make another portal. Oh wait, it's not in this version. And this is the cave. Okay. So, that all said. Oh, more iron. Good thing I checked. I think what the plan of action... Ooh. I think what the plan of action here is... Yeah, I don't want to build a base here. Oh, there's some coal. We're going to get the resources in here, and then we're going to... I guess strip mine. I don't know what else to do about this situation. I do want to show off the strip mining procedure. I say have to deal, because the F3 screen does not have your XYZ coordinates. Finally. Sorry. Because the XYZ coordinates are not readily available to you anymore, unless you have commands to set to true. If you have commands set to true, the XYZ commands will actually be in that. Will actually be there. But obviously, we don't have that version, so we're going to make a bunch of stone pickaxes. Why not? And we are going to do a strip mine. I do want a way to access that though. And actually we're gonna make a staircase down. And part of the reason, because I feel like it, in my retro world, I actually made the staircase a permanent, like, I built my house right on top because I dug a hole into the ground. And so my retro world, you know, the house in the retro world actually has a basement that goes all the way down to bedrock. And basically what the goal of this is, we are going to go all the way down to bedrock, and we're going to dig into the bedrock until we find level 0, or level 1. And then from there, we count up to Y11. We basically count up 12 blocks, and that'll get us to, I guess, technically 11 blocks. But basically, actually no, Y11 is where the lava spawns at, so you want to be at Y12. Basically, once you do that, then you'll have another cave system. All right. Oh. Well, is that right there? So let's just carefully dig our way down. Honestly, what would be my main concern here? Skeletons, maybe? Creepers? Rocky Balboa? Oh, cobweb. Shrooms! That was like the worst Pippin impression I could have pulled off. Okay. Ooh. This is a nice and expansive cave. Okay. Now if I can just get some red ones, I think we'll have a good food source. And by think, I mean we will have a good food source. That looks like either a lava pool. It is lava. Oh. That was either a spider or a cobweb. I'm not entirely sure which. And it keeps going. Keeps going. Up even. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I will say this is really nice to get a big cave system like this. I think... how do I want to do this, though? I've had 4 pork. Because of how food stacks and the... Okay. So it looks like I can access that way. Okay, I'm going to... I think now might be a good time to actually... situate myself here, yeah. Let's get resituated. Maybe. We're gonna build a small base of operations here. Wait, what? That definitely had me confused there for a minute. Oh yeah, it keeps going. Okay. All right. Just do that. It's a bit of a waste, but at this point, all right, so put some coal in there. All right, so we got some semblance of a base. Oh my goodness! Like, legitimately, that jump scared me, and I don't know why. It's just I don't know why. I literally, I mean, you can see it. I jumped. I don't know why I did that, but I mean, it was funny. But yeah, I don't know why I did that like that. Oh man. Oh. You know, I could actually make a bow right now. I'm seeing the cobwebs. Not a bad idea. Really is not a bad idea. And I'm getting stuff for them, so. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Oh. All right. Well, this was quite the change of pace from what I was expecting to have happen. So, and hey, I'm not going to complain. You can get a bucket of lava from this. We can get a bunch of cool stuff. But yeah. Oh, spider. Not sure where Mr. Spooderman is, but he's somewhere. Some iron. Lots of iron coal. Love it. Ooh. I think that maybe building a bow and a set of arrows should be a definite yeah at this point. That was a little crazy. I mean, in all fairness, what was I like? I would have had to, what, hit him a few more times? Oh. Wow. I mean, it's dark, and there's no brightness setting yet, or in old alpha plus. No. What? Huh? What? Okay, this is actually kind of crazy right now. I definitely do not have a lot of... Okay. There's a cobweb right there. I might just go for it. Ooh. Well, if I do... Hi. Don't mind me. My step ladder. Haha. Fear me. I am equipped to the teeth with a step ladder. No. So. That's... Wow. Oh, wait. Actually, another... Okay. There was actually a version where you actually could make arrows with iron, but this is obviously not that version. Okay. So, anyways. That was intense. And actually, See, usually flint is my problem. Or flint is usually the problem area. Not this time. Well, we're getting close to the end of the episode already, as it is. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we'll do that, and we'll continue caving in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, this is Tile Days. Take care.